Jordan Peele is a name that has been sweeping the horror industry by storm in the past few years. Starring in the hit comedy sketch show Key and Peele, Peele has always had a natural talent for the arts and an incredibly creative mind. With him both writing and directing all three of his feature films, Get Out, Us, and most recently Nope, his unique writing style is something that can't go unnoticed. His films aren't horror in the typical Conjuring or Michael Myers sense, but play much more mental games with his audience and characters. Peele has said that a lot of his initial inspiration comes from his dreams, but often must tone them down because of the practicality of them, especially the budget. At this point in his career, he has produced films of drastically different budgets. This led to his signature psychological horror that we've grown to associate him with. With lower production budgets, he couldn't afford the huge CGI monsters, but instead had to focus on the one thing all humans share: emotions. The biggest motif in Peele's films is the way he handles race and classicism along with his horror. His first film, Get Out, was written during the Obama period, when people believed that we were past racism. And the film was written to be a societal wake-up call that we couldn't be farther from the truth. Peele also states that during plenty of the scenes, though they may seem cliché, are meant to represent his fear and the things that a black man may feel in these scenarios. By playing with certain cliches, the audience may build a false sense of security and believe that they know where the film is heading just for Peele to pull the rug from underneath them. One way he does this is by separating horror and terror through audio cues. The two can be differentiated by definition, with horror playing into intensity and extreme extending to the furthest boundaries. He lets the mind of his viewers explore unknown ambient boundaries by presenting sounds that could be ordinary to the character, but still bring a feeling of instability. He compares it to jujitsu, saying that,
if you can predict where an audience is going to go, or what they think you're going to do, you can use that momentum against them.
turning the audience's security and mind against them, along with his stunning visual performances, allows him to create amazing films that can talk about our society and race, all while staying entertaining and scaring viewers. One way he does this is by separating horror and terror through audio cues. The two can be differentiated by definition, with horror playing into intensity and terror being an extreme fear extending to the furthest boundaries. He lets the mind of his viewers explore unknown ambient boundaries by presenting sounds that could be ordinary to the character's world, but still bring feelings of instability. Take a look at these clips from Nope. Here, we don't know exactly what's going on. Our imagination leads us to believe it could be multiple things.
It's in a cloud. It's in a cloud.
OJ! It's in a cloud!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah.
Run, OJ! Run!
Here, we find out it's clear that it's not an act of the surrounding elements. We can see this pattern of his used in other movies like Get Out. Take a look at this scene.
Do you realize how dangerous smoking is?
Yeah.
Come in and sit with me, please.
We hear the lady's voice before the light is even on, symbolic of her standing in the shadows as a character.
Thank you. So you're comfortable enough, right?
It's perfect. Thanks.
Sure. You want to know how it works?
You just dangle a pocket watch in front of people's faces, is that it?
You watch a lot of TV.
when I was a kid.
Continuing on, she picks up her teacup, but doesn't start doing anything with it until they actually start talking about hypnotism. The disturbing circular motion of the spoon going around the cup is what she calls a focal point for her hypnosis, and what we can call the diegetic downfall of our main character. Take a look at this scene.
Home. Watching TV.
Do you hear the TV? What do you hear?
Rain.
Rain. It was raining. You hear the rain?
Mm-hmm.
You hear it? Find it. Tell me when you found it. Come here, Chris. Look at me.
Found it.
Where was your mom?
During this time, she tells him multiple times to keep listening to what he's trying to remember. By adding in the sounds of the memory, the viewer is psychologically forced to listen to the eerie sounds of the rain intensifying, with the glimpse of an emotional stressor from the past adding even more sounds into the scene. This is terror.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just sat there.
You didn't call anyone?
Overall, Jordan Peele is an exceptional filmmaker. Having made 3 very popular films, he has cemented himself as one of the great filmmakers of our time. The messages these films discuss will be talked about for many years. The special way Peele does horror has changed the way many people look at the horror genre, just like how Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho changed the horror genre. Peele's work will continue to change the film industry and inspire new filmmakers for years to come.
So what now?
I don't know what you want to do.
I'm whatever you want to do.
Well, I got some work I gotta do. I'm gonna go out.
It's a good one.